and welcome to Discussing Fitchburg Now. I'm your host, Sam Squailia. You're watching this on Fitchburg Access Television from the Workers Credit Union studios here at FATV. We have a big, packed show tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different topics. All right, we're going to talk about asthma symptoms and treatments and just a general overview of that. We're going to talk about ArtWeek, Fitchburg, which is happening in April and May. We're talking about the Community Cuts event that's happening in May at Green Street Park. And we're talking about Child Protection Identification Day, which is happening at the Fitchburg Fire Station. So up now, I have Jessica Madrigal, a school nurse in the Fitchburg Public Schools. We're going to talk about asthma, a general overview of asthma.
Correct.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
All right. So,
let's pull up. So Jessica has these great slides talking about the different asthma symptoms and identifying it. Can we pull that up, Jared, please? There we go.
Okay. So we're going to talk about asthma. Next slide, please.
Asthma is a lung condition.
Yes, so we'll do some quick facts, and I'll just give two. Asthma is the leading chronic disease in children, especially school-age children, with over 6.3 million children in the U.S. Suffering from asthma. Next. So what is asthma? It's a condition that affects the lungs and the airways. Some people have mild asthma, where some people have more severe asthma that affects their daily life. And it can lead to a serious situation called an asthma attack, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And it can be life-threatening at times.
So it's the number one illness with children, but not necessarily for adults. So maybe children sometimes grow out of asthma?
Sometimes, but a lot of adults have it as well. And for a lot of people, it is lifelong. So I just want to show you quickly what's happening.
Can we pull this one up on the main screen? There's a nice picture here. You can read.
Okay, so I just want to tell you briefly what's happening during an asthma attack, because a lot of people don't understand the physiology of it, but there's actually three things that are occurring at once. As you can see, this is a normal airway. It's nice and wide and open, but when somebody's having an asthma attack, there's three things: the excess mucus, if you can see it right there, and then the lining on the inside of the lungs becomes swollen, but also the smooth muscles, if you look at the outside, those also tighten. So you have three things simultaneously happening that are restricting an airway.
So it's hard to breathe during an asthma attack.
Very hard to breathe for some people. Okay, so I'll show you some common symptoms. These are the most common symptoms for most people with asthma: coughing, wheezing, which sounds like a whistling. Yep, it can sometimes be heard with the naked, with just naked ear, I should say, or sometimes definitely on a stethoscope. You can always hear the wheezing. People describe chest tightness, and people describe shortness of breath.
Sounds accurate.
Yes. And then these are just some common asthma triggers. A lot of them are environmental triggers such as pollen, cold weather. A lot of people have exercise-induced asthma. Cigarette smoke is a huge one. But some that people don't know aren't always familiar with. Cockroaches.
Cockroaches
are an asthma trigger.
Really?
Dust mites, pet dander, and mold. And these aren't triggers for everyone. People's triggers vary. These are some of the treatments. I won't get into too much about it, but there are various treatments: inhalers, nebulizer machines, which is a machine that gives a mist for treatment, and then some people even take oral medications as part of their asthma treatment. One of the things that's really, really, really important if you do take an asthma inhaler is to use a device called a spacer. So this is just demonstrating when somebody uses an inhaler without it. Do you see a lot of the medicine is hitting the back of the lungs, some of it's in the back of the throat, some of it's in the stomach, and not much is in the lungs. But if you see this spacer, you can see how much medication actually gets into the lungs.
A spacer?
Right, and so what's happening is the inhaler, you puff it into that spacer, and it is held in there, and
then you breathe
it
more
in.
slowly.
Right, but when you don't use one, it kind of just shoots out into the back of your throat, and some people swallow it.
Is a spacer like a new technology?
Not necessarily, not at all actually. It's just that some people don't want to carry around a spacer, they just want to carry the inhaler in their pocket. It can be bulky.
Yeah, because I have an inhaler in my car, I got one in my bedroom, I got one in my bag, but I've never heard of a spacer.
No, oh, well, you should be, it would probably be very helpful for you.
All right. What else we got?
So everybody should have.
Can we pull this one up on the main screen, please?
So this is definitely more geared towards school children, but children with asthma should always have an asthma action plan at school and at home. And these are individualized for each individual patient, but they tell you green means go, when you need to be in caution, and what's dangerous for you, and the actions that you would take for each of these scenarios.
So you would fill out this asthma action plan like with your doctor and give it to the school so
Right.
they know what to do.
Right, and keep one at home as well.
Oh.
So that's just an important tool. And
The doctor's office would have this
absolutely.
plan, or?
Yes, it might not look exactly like this, but most doctors' offices have some sort of asthma action plan.
So you'd ask your pediatrician for an asthma action plan.
Correct.
All right. When to call 911?
So yeah, this is important to know. I'll just run down a few of the symptoms that indicate that asthma has become life-threatening. And when somebody's gasping for air, they can't put a sentence together. Anytime anybody's lips or fingernails are turning blue, any change in level of consciousness, and you know that you can't, like I said, you can't speak more than a few words without air. And nostrils flaring is, if somebody's nostrils are flaring, is a sign of respiratory distress, and that person needs help immediately. And just some resources for parents. So
Healthy Homes
or Parents
Coalition.
Allergy and Asthma Network, Center for Disease Control. The Healthy Homes one is a really good link to show you how you can make changes in your home.
Potential triggers for your
Things
child's
like that.
asthma.
Exactly. So just some takeaways from that. If you have asthma, you should always know your triggers and know your symptoms. All medications, we did talk about them, should be taken as prescribed always. There are two different kinds of inhalers. One is a rescue inhaler that people use during an attack, but there are maintenance inhalers that people should be taking if they're prescribed every day in the morning and in the evening. And that's a very, very important part of an asthma treatment regimen. Using a spacer to get more medication, and always knowing when to seek help in an emergency.
Now, back to the spacer. Is this like a thing that the doctor would prescribe and you get it at the pharmacy? Or can you just go buy this over the counter?
Most of the time it's prescribed, and a lot of times now, especially for younger children, when an inhaler is prescribed, a new diagnosis is made, and they're given an inhaler, it will almost always be accompanied by a prescription for a spacer.
Now, children at school, do you find that you, as a nurse, see a lot of children that didn't know that they had asthma? Like, and you might have to call the parents and have a conversation, or?
Yeah, that's happened. A lot of times, though, children are diagnosed young, and children come in with a diagnosis, but there are absolutely, some situations where maybe this wasn't recognized as asthma, and then, as a school nurse, we can only suggest a follow-up. We don't diagnose, but
right.
And then they would see a doctor and maybe get a diagnosis.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you so much for
a
having
little bit
me.
more information about asthma.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
All
Great.
right.
I hope you learned something. So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to talk with Monique Guthrie from Intown, Fitchburg, about ArtWeek.
Hi, my name's Monique Guthrie, and I'm here to tell you about all things ArtWeek. ArtWeek is a celebration of arts and culture in town from April 27th to May 7th. To kick off our events, we start with FSU Visions, the Communications Media Honors Exhibition. Wednesday, April 27th in the Hammond Art Gallery, starting from 4:30 to 10 p.m. This event is free and open to the public. Next up is Art in Bloom, April 28th, 29th, 30th, and May 1st at the Fitchburg Art Museum. Check out the Fitchburg Art Museum for more information on events and admission. If you're an artist in town looking to network with other artists and creatives, don't miss the FCC Creatives Meet and Greet this Thursday, April 28th from 5 to 7 p.m. at River Styx Brewing. Our businesses in town are hosting some really cool events for Art Week 2, including a mystery event by Magic Treasures this Saturday, April 30th from 12 to 7 p.m. May 5th, our first Thursday, there will also be live music at the Boulder from 4 to 10:30. If you're in town on this first Thursday, there's going to be a lot to do. And when you go to the Upper Common, you will see the Art Stewards exhibition of light sculptures, Bring Light into the Environment, from 6 to 9 p.m. One of these events I'm most excited about is the paint parties happening May 1st from 4 to 6 at the Upper Common, and May 5th, 3 to 8 p.m. at the City Hall lawn. Get your paint clothes and join our teams as we create Fitchburg's 3 newest murals. All ages and abilities are welcome, so no experience is needed. Finally, to wrap up Art Week, the FCC is excited to be hosting its second Arts Bazaar at the City Hall from 10 to 2 p.m. What's in town this May? Check out Intown on Facebook and Instagram or online at intownfitchburg.com.
Welcome back. We have Monique live in person. You just saw her commercial there, and we're talking about Art Week in Fitchburg, which is going on the end of April, right to middle of May?
Today to May 7th. So
right.
yes, Art Week is happening now. The time is now. Art Week is a week, well, just over a week, chock full of arts and culture events downtown that I'm really, really excited to share with everyone. You know, from FSU Visions to Art in Bloom, which we love.
Oh, the Fitchburg Art Museum, Art in Bloom. It's my favorite thing that the Art Museum does probably the whole year.
It's fantastic.
I love it.
So Flora showcased with their artwork, and it's just lovely. The Laurelwood Garden Club organizes flower arrangements to match their artwork. So that's actually starting tomorrow. That's going to be April 28th, 29th, 30th, and May 1st at the Fitchburg Art Museum. They have a Hidden Treasures tour happening on the 28th. A nice champagne reception. They're going to have an artist talk with Johan, and live music from the Thurston Consort. They'll also have live music from Eddie's Music on May 1st.
And the Art in Bloom at the Fitchburg Art Museum, if you haven't seen it, it is, I mean, so they have the existing art exhibits, and flower artists from the Laurelwood Garden Club come in and interpret the art in a flower arrangement. And it just, you look at the flower arrangement, you look at the art, and you just see so much, you can see so much more depth.
It
and
literally breathes life.
They both complement each other so much. I absolutely love it.
So, and if you're checking out the Art Museum, FAM, and you want to check out another gallery showcase, FSU Visions actually just happened today. They kind of launch day with the alumni panel. They have a theater showcase. They have work from the video game designers. It's a Comedia showcase of student work. So that's actually going to be available for you to check out until June in their Hammond Hall Art Gallery.
So you can go to the art gallery and see the Visions showcase.
Yeah, so that's their kind of like their most honored Comedia students. I was really lucky to be in Visions when I was a student, and I actually just spoke at their alumni panel today, which was really fun.
Coming around full circle.
Yeah, it's a full circle moment, guys. Full circle in Fitchburg. But yeah, so kind of next on the docket we have for Art Week is the Creatives Meet and Greet happening tomorrow. So that's going to be tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m. If you want to network with local artists and creatives in the area, you guys are going to love it. It's at River Styx Brewing, 5 to 7 p.m. You're free to attend and then grab a pint too while you're at it.
And that's 5 to 7 p.m. Thursday, April 28th.
Yep, so tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. On our live tomorrow,
unless you're watching this later. This on Thursday, then it's
then it's then. But yeah, so that's gonna be really exciting. And if you're interested in a little mystery and intrigue, Magic Treasures is doing a mystery event on the 30th from 12 to 7 p.m. I don't even know what it is.
And
But I love
Magic
it.
Treasures is that store that's on the Upper Common near the Boulder Cafe and the Break Bike Shop.
Yes.
And they do like
It's a
crystals.
metaphysical
and-
shop with crystals. They do wholesale crystals. And if you're interested in anything kind of like witchy, looking for any very interesting like gifts or anything like that, Kayla has set up her shop to be a wicked cool spot. It is very neat inside. And if you have not been yet, you have to go. It's awesome.
And, you know, that kind of shop is the perfect idea for Mother's Day gifts. Mother's Day coming up middle of May. Mothers, you get on
gotta
top
get
of
on
it.
it, yeah.
You want to get on top of that before it's too late.
If you love your
Magic
mom, you'll get her a
Treasures.
gift.
And when is the mystery event happening?
So that's 12 to 7 p.m. at Magic Treasures
On
Saturday,
On
the
Saturday,
30th.
April 30th.
April 30th. Yep.
All right.
And then beyond that, moving forward in our Art Week festivities, we have 2 events that I'm actually really excited about.
the paint party?
Yes, and I
Love
will
this.
be a muralist in that actually too. So I'm really excited to be assisting in that project. Everyone has to come out and see. If you are in Fitchburg, please go to this. This is accessible for everyone. So these paint parties are happening from May 1st from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Upper Common, and May 5th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Fitchburg City Hall lawn. These events are free and open to the public. All ages and abilities are welcome for the paint parties. And what's great about them is it's essentially like a big paint by numbers, right? So I mean, you've done like, you've seen a paint by numbers.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, you know, you just grab a paint can of the right color correlating to the number, and then you can lay down your brush and paint it. Literally, you do not have to be an artist. Come on down to it. The other great thing about this, which if you'd like to learn more on Intown Fitchburg, we posted on our Facebook, how this process kind of works. This material is called polytab. It's otherwise known as parachute cloth. This is a mural technique originally invented in Philadelphia. Fitchburg, we are so lucky to be able to be exposed and have our artists in the area be exposed to this technique, because this is accessible for everyone. Like, you don't have to be up on a scissor lift. You don't have to be up on scaffolding. It's right there. They come down in 5 foot by 5 foot panels, and it's all mapped out and ready for you to go. So have a great time and paint with us downtown. It'll be really fun.
Brilliant. And you'll be able to, you and your kids can paint a little section, and then every time you drive by it in Fitchburg, you can say, I did that.
Exactly.
We painted that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
What is the picture?
Maybe you'll have to go to the paint parties and find out.
All right.
But I will say this, there are going to be 3 large-scale murals going up in Fitchburg. Their goal is for them to be done by June, actually. So this is a quick turnaround. There's a lot of artists working on this project. And yeah, there'll be 3 murals, about 1,000 square foot, which if you've seen the mural on the back of the library wall, about that size, they're going to be going up on Boulder Drive. So
we love the
you
mural on the
guys-
back of that library wall. Love that artist.
Thank you. But yeah, so the next event, this is actually going to be happening right after the paint party on the 5th.
The
it's kind
Lights
of-
Fest?
Yes. So
Yeah, this sounds like super fun. Now, what's going on with the Lights Fest?
yes. So this event is happening right, kind of a bit during and then a bit after the paint party on the 5th. So it's going to be our first
A
Thursday.
little overlap.
Yeah, a little overlap, but it's going to be so fun. Like, there's going to be a ton of people downtown that day. This is an exhibition of our art stewards' light sculptures, and it's also in collaboration with Growing Places. So after you're done painting at the paint parties, keep your paint clothes on, because we're going to be doing some glow-in-the-dark chalk art on the Upper Common.
Cool.
And we're going to have illuminated light sculptures. We're hoping to have a food truck. No food truck's gone back to me yet, but yes, we're hoping to have a food truck that day. And the Boulder Cafe will also be open. They'll be doing live music and live art there as well. And it's the Cinco de Mayo, so be sure to support Tacos Tequila, Zapata, our other downtown Mexican restaurants, and just celebrate. Like, it's the first Thursday, we're doing art downtown, so you have to be in Fitchburg. Thursday, May 5th.
Thursday, May 5th,
Get down
Cinco
here.
de Mayo. Everything's happening in Fitchburg. All kinds of stuff. You're going to get a dinner at Zapata or Tacos Tequila.
Exactly.
You got to do the painting. You got to do the glow-in-the-dark chalk. Oh my God, that's gonna be so much
It's going to
fun.
be super fun, and we are having.
And what day is May 5th? Is that a Friday?
It's a Thursday. It's our first Thursday.
Thursday.
First Thursday in May. Yes, let's go. Yes, so that's going to be awesome.
So the art museum will also be open for free at night
yes,
as
exactly.
well.
Yes.
There's so much stuff going on in Fitchburg.
But I will say, if you want to see art in bloom, you got to see it by May 1st. The flowers are going to be wilted.
Oh, yeah. The flowers
So-
only last for a few days. You got to go to Art in Bloom the Thursday, the 28th through Sunday, May 1st.
And check out their website for information on admission and everything like that. Like Sam said, the first Thursday, the admission is free, but Art in Bloom will not be happening by that time. So check their website and everything like that for more details on Art in Bloom. And yeah, to round out Art Week, we have the Spring Bazaar, which is the second artist bazaar presented by the Fitchburg Cultural Council. This is a showcase of our local artisans, our artists' craft, and all the stuff that they have to sell.
And it's on Saturday.
That's
on
on Saturday. Yep, that's on Saturday.
And it's right before Mother's Day. Again, a nice opportunity to buy gifts for your mother. All right? Shameless plug. Mom wants gifts.
Mom wants gifts. Mom wants gifts from supporting your local small businesses, supporting your local artists. That's what Art Week is all about. We just want to support arts and culture downtown. And Intown is more than happy. You know, we just have so much cool stuff going on. So.
And the Spring Bazaar it takes over Fitchburg City Hall. They open up Fitchburg City Hall and they go up. Did they go up all three floors?
We went up all three. They had vendors on all three floors last time, and it was very vibrant.
Cultural Council crushes it.
They do every time.
They have so many vendors and so much cool stuff at the City Hall. It's nice to see the space used like that.
Yeah, I agree. Might as well use that square footage for something like that cool.
Yeah, for
it
the
was
community
fantastic.
support.
Yes,
Love
exactly.
It.
So.
Yeah. So that is Saturday, May 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Go shopping.
Yeah, go shopping, guys. Yeah.
And
but yeah, that's
we also have open mic night
at Kingston Island.
Yeah, we have open mic night at Kingston Island Cuisine. I know that Young Coffee and the Zen Den, right? They both do this together?
Yes.
I see Young Coffee.
I think, well, Young Coffee is kind of the Zen Den-ish now, I think. I'll have to talk to Merrick, but yeah.
It's open mic, so you can sing or you can do poetry or I don't know.
Yeah, 6 to 9 p.m. That's going to be
at Kingston Island Cuisine.
For the Art Week activities, it's essentially May 1st at Kingston. Yeah. But May 15th, May 29th, those are going to be your next days if you want to check out the open mic night.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we're going to talk about Intown Fitchburg. Right?
Yeah, so I'd love to talk to everyone about Intown Fitchburg.
Can we pull this up on the big screen?
Yeah, put that up big, yeah.
That's how it works. It's like magic.
But yeah, I mean, I'd love to talk to you guys about Intown Fitchburg. What is Intown? What's going on in town? What's going on in Fitchburg? You know, so Intown Fitchburg, we have an events calendar, which has all the downtown events on there on intownfitchburg.com. And
IntownFitchburg.com.
Yep, that's intownfitchburg.com. And you can follow us, Intown Fitchburg, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We promote all downtown events. And we also have the Fitchburg Citywide Community Calendar provided to us by Discussing Fitchburg Now.
Yes.
In addition, we also have a downtown business listing page, which showcases all of our downtown businesses. It's getting there. But the goal is for it to showcase all of our downtown businesses. In addition, we have a resource guide on there, so including our community resources, See, Click, Fix, shout out. We're going to have that on there too. But any feedback is welcome. Anything that you guys want to see in town, you know, especially if there's any community resources orientated on that, we'd be more than happy to share and help liven up our downtown. You know, we want Fitchburg to be an accessible place for everyone. We want to showcase our small businesses. We want to showcase events going on downtown. And for, you know, our citizens, we want to show them like that there's groups like, you know, the New View Communities Stewards are a thing, and we want people to feel welcomed into these groups and know that these resources and community groups are there for you. So yeah, what's going on in town? There's a lot going on in town, guys. There's a lot going on in downtown Fitchburg.
There's multiple things going on every single day. There's too many things. There's too many things to do. I need a second person just to do them all. Yeah, and you know the thing about the city of Fitchburg is we have so many active and community members, but there's so many people that are doing so many different things. And so having like an Intown Fitchburg, you know, the website, and you as the downtown coordinator to be able to communicate and collaborate with all these groups is really crucial, because we all work better when we are connected and we know what each other is doing. When you can look at the in-town calendar, see what events are going on what day, and then it maybe guides you as to what day you want to do your event. Maybe they work together, maybe it's on a different day because they compete.
Yeah, so in our calendar is a Google Calendar, so you can actually add that to your Google Calendar as well, just like the DFN one.
Add it right to your smartphone.
You can add it right to your calendar and smartphone, and on our website, we actually have all the posters for all the events going on. That way, I mean, I'm a visual learner, okay? Like, I learn best from seeing what's going on. So we have that available for you as well. We also hope to be a connection between the university and downtown, right? So we want to showcase what is there for students to do downtown. I mean, these resources are kind of out there, but like we just want to be the bridge, essentially the connection. Like, we have the One Card office actually showcases a page where they actually have all the One Card discounts that you can use as a student. So I want to connect that back to Fitchburg too. We're in very tight communications with the university, the downtown, Fitchburg Art Museum, New View Communities, our partners. We want to serve as the liaison. We want to serve as the connection, not just me as the downtown community coordinator, but Intown Fitchburg as a brand in and of itself. Any feedback is welcome. It's still in development. We're still working through, just the development of this website. Rome was not built in a day. But again, any feedback and suggestions are so welcome. And we just want to make Fitchburg a better place to be in town. So yeah.
I love it. And in addition to bridging that gap between the community and the college, to let the students know what's going on at the university, let the community know
what's going on at the university. Exactly, because there's tons of events.
We know about the Visions Gallery or the Spring Dance Showcase that the Fitchburg State University Dance Club did, which was incredible. What a great opportunity for the people of Fitchburg to just go support our amazing university. Really, love it.
Exactly. Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head there. Yep. Exactly.
All right, did we get it all?
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. We did. We really did. I think.
So go to intownfitchburg.com. For the community calendar and the downtown events calendar and all the things that are going on, and you can get the contact information from Monique if you have any suggestions or you have an event that you want to promote or a business to promote.
Thank you. Exactly. Yes.
Reach out.
Exactly. We want to be partners in this, and we want to showcase everyone's efforts. So exactly.
All right, Monique Guthrie, our in-town events coordinator, thank you so much for coming on and telling us everything that's going on for ArtWeek.
Thank you for having me, Sam. Really appreciate it.
And thank you for watching Discussing Fitchburg Now. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be talking about the community cuts, haircuts for kids, and other events that's happening at the Green Street Park.
I remember when.
Fitchburg was the smallest town in the area, but by 1835, it had grown to be the largest town. By 1840 and 50, most Fitchburg residents had become abolitionists. Another early industry in Fitchburg that still continues today is scythe making. Women used to have to spin yarn and weave cloth themselves, but now it was being made in factories, cutting down and exporting its wood to build cities up and down the East Coast, and of course, for making paper. Starting in the 1800s, the population becomes much more diverse. Fitchburg Machine Works expanded widely.
After World War II, Main Street was lively.
Welcome back. Discussing Fitchburg Now. I am here with Christian Lopez and Amanda Melo, and we're talking about the community cuts. It's going to be. It's an event that was inspired by the Community Leadership Institute, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and we're doing free haircuts for kids. We're doing music. We're doing food, and it's all going to be at the Green Street Park, May 22nd.
Yep, from 10 to 2.
All right.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yeah, so we have DJ JC the God. He's actually a local DJ, so he'll be down there.
DJ JC the God.
Yeah. He'll be down there playing some music for the kids, and hopefully we'll have some Subway down there for the kids and some games and stuff like that. So should be a good time.
Yeah. I saw that you had a ton of sponsors. Can we pull up the second flyer and pull it on the big screen here?
Yeah, we're pumped about the sponsors.
Yeah, this one. Can we pull this up on the big screen?
Opening move. We played this.
Opening lines for the.
There it is.
There
Look
it
at all
is.
these sponsors.
Yeah.
Great job.
It's been an awesome journey the last couple of weeks, and then special thanks to North Central Chamber of Commerce. They've been wonderful during this CLI class and helping us get this off the ground.
Yeah, I love the CLI class. They came to the Gus Johnson Herman Burke baseball field last weekend and helped clean up.
Yep.
Oh, what a great amount of work.
Yeah. Speaking of cleaning up, we actually have to go down to Green Street Park to clean that up. So we'll be looking to get some volunteers to help us out with that as well.
I got a message for that. What was the date that we want to do a cleanup?
So,
was it May 21st?
Yeah, we're hoping to get it done by the 21st.
Yeah, because that's the Saturday.
Yep.
And then that date is open in the Keep Fitchburg Beautiful calendar.
There we go.
So May 21st,
Good.
Saturday, we'll do a cleanup of Green Street Park.
That's wonderful news.
All right.
That's things
And
I like
then
to
on
hear.
Sunday, May 22nd, we'll do the community cuts, haircuts for kids. And so, Amanda, you own a salon in Leominster?
Correct. Yes. Yes. I own a barbershop and a salon, and we were reached out to by the chamber. B contacted the school I actually work at for cosmetology and barbering, and unfortunately, due to certain laws, if you will, the students could not, unfortunately, donate their time.
Oh, really?
So she asked, who can guide me? And I said, me.
Right.
So I told her I owned a barber shop and I can reach out to fellow colleagues and other shops in the local area to donate their time. And as you see on the flyer, we have a few up there. So very grateful for them for even being willing to donate their time. It's a great cause, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's honestly been heaven sent. Like we've gotten up to maybe 8 or 9 barbers and 4 hairstylists for the little girls out there and some hair braiders and.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I always see people posting on Facebook looking for experienced hair braiders.
And
There
we
we go.
probably have 2 of the best in Worcester, Fitchburg area going. So very, very, very appreciative of their time.
Does it take a long time?
To braid, depending on the style, of course, it takes hours, but basic braids will be offered, 2 braids, 1 braid, things like that, just to make sure we can get as many people serviced.
Now, do people have to sign up in advance for the haircuts or for the event?
No, so the way we're gonna have it set up, we'll have like a registration table down there with tickets, and then we'll have the DJ just kind of just read the ticket number off whenever someone's up or available, and they'll be able to go up and get their hair cut or their hair done, braided, or whatever it is they need, and get some food and listen to some music and get out of there.
Well, that sounds nice. So you can go, you get a ticket like you're at the deli.
Yep.
And then you don't have to stand in line for hours. You just
Exactly.
wait for your ticket number to be called, so you can go hang out through the music, play. Your kids can play at the playground.
Right.
And
so we're actually gonna have a ton of basketball games and tournaments. Like we'll have a game of knockout for the kids, and whoever wins that will get something from like Great Wolf Lodge, who's been kind to donate some stuff for us.
oh, so we have prizes.
Yep. So it'll be good stuff. I'm
Ooh,
excited.
like day passes to Great Wolf Lodge.
Yep, some family passes and some different things. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. So what inspired you to kind of create this community day?
So a part of CLI, we have like a capstone project in which we're doing something for the community. I wanted to do something big for the kids. I'm huge, you know, I'm a coach at the high school, so just seeing what the kids in the community go through is important for me. And then growing up in New York, we had events like this all the time where you would just go down, get a free haircut and maybe some food and play some games with your friends. And it was just like a Saturday, you know, and something for you to go and talk about. So I noticed Fitchburg didn't have anything like that. So, you know, why not have, with all the amazing people we have in CLI, we're able to pull this together in, what, maybe a month?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you have a lot of volunteers helping out for the day?
Yeah, so we have the CLI class. It's about 12 of us in that class, and then Amanda's been able to get a bunch of people to come down to help out, and then we'll have the Fitchburg High football team will be down there to help us clean up, and hopefully, I'm being selfish about it. I want to see, you know, the young football players growing up, get them signed up for the football program. So that's my selfish plug.
We gotta grow them and we gotta train them young.
Right, exactly.
So then when we get to that, you know, Thanksgiving Day game.
We can't talk about that right now.
When we get to that Thanksgiving, I want them all ready, ready to go.
Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully we win it next year. Yeah.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna crush it.
We'll get it done.
Yeah.
Just
we'll be
'cause
at
Sam
Doyle
said
Field
it.
next year.
We're at Doyle Field next year.
In 2022?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll be. Oh, we're gonna crush them.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Just because Sam said it. She said it here first.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it. All right. So let's see. How are we getting the word out to all the kids? Are we sharing with the schools?
Yeah. So you know, we have a bunch of people reaching out to the schools, reaching out to some of the coaches in the area. The barbers are sharing it on their pages, the companies are sharing it, the sponsors are sharing it. So we, you know, doing some social media ads and things of that nature. So we've gotten a ton of response back so far. So hopefully, best case scenario, we have too many people there. We're not able to service everyone. So next time we'll have to have a bigger event.
We'll know what we need.
Exactly.
That we need a bigger event next time.
Exactly.
And what age children are kind of are you targeting, or is it open to all children?
So it's open to all children. We're gonna go 18 under, just to make sure we're servicing the kids in the area. That's what's important. So.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, what else we got? Oh, we got a, let's see, DJ. Okay, it's at Green Street Park, which is on North Street in Fitchburg. If you know where the Recreation Center from Fitchburg State University,
Go Falcons.
or the Fitchburg Fire Department, that's where Green Street Park is. It's right there. A lot of people haven't been there, but there's a basketball court, or is there two basketball courts?
There's a basketball court and then the playground.
One basketball court, and there's a playground, and it's fenced in.
Yep.
So it's a nice, safe place to bring the kids.
Exactly. Right down the street from the university. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be food and music.
Right. That sounds like a good time, right?
It'll
You
be
come down
great.
there,
It will be great.
leave looking good, feeling good with some
Yes.
food. So.
Yeah.
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 Sounds good. Now, while in the last few minutes that we have you, let's talk about what the Community Leadership Institute is.
Right.
You know, because we talk about CLI and the Chamber of Commerce, but maybe people don't really know what that is.
Right. The Community Leadership Institute, first off, I want to say that the Chamber has done a phenomenal job with the program. I think since I've been out in Massachusetts, this has just been a great collection of people to get things done. So pretty much we have a class one Thursday every month for about 6 months, and then there's separate topics in the class. So one class will be about the economics of the area. Last week we were down at the Fitchburg Art Museum, so just learning about arts and culture and the impact that the Fitchburg Art Museum has within the community. So just things of that nature, and just knowing exactly where to go if we want to kind of do something for the community or get something accomplished. So like just doing the community cuts event, and we know exactly who we need to talk to rent, you know, to book a park now, and you know, we have DJs and we've met Amanda. So this would be something that will be awesome to kind of easy to put together next year with the group of people that we have. So.
Oh yeah, you could do an event right before school starts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Freshen up the kids before school.
Exactly.
Get those school photos ready to go.
Exactly what we were thinking, to get the kids start this summer, then get them feeling good going back into school.
Because I know the Thumbs Up Barbershop in Fitchburg does the free haircuts for kids, and it's very, very popular event.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's huge. I didn't even know that they did that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And so Amanda's salon is the his and her salon?
Correct.
And where is that located?
So that is located at 49 Main Street in Leominster, Massachusetts.
So that's right on Lizette, like near the Main Street Cafe and Gift?
Yes, it's actually right across the street from that.
Aha.
Yes.
And it's a barber shop and a salon.
Yes, so the front end is full service gentleman's barbershop, a little higher end. And in the back section is a full service salon or beauty studio. So we have a new shop in town. It's great, it's exciting, it's new, and our main purpose was we want to give back like this. So when we got into contact, I was like, this is right up my alley. This is what I wanted. So I'm appreciative that they took me on. So, yeah.
And when did you open?
So we opened August of last year. So, yeah.
Yeah, a little tough time to open in the pandemic.
Yes, yes, yes. But we got through it. We're doing it. We're getting very busy, and we're still looking for barbers to rent booths, but they'll come. They'll come.
And do you have walk-ins available?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, appointments are always recommended,
Yes.
but are there walk-ins available for barber and salon?
Yes, there is walk-in availability for both sections of the facility, and appointments are preferred. It is a first-come, first-served basis also.
And where can we find your information on do you have a website?
So we are working on our website right now actively and getting ourselves searchable on Google, things like that. So right now we are strictly Instagram through my fiance, which is part owner as well, or my personal page on Instagram.
And your Instagram, what's the handle at?
The handle is at her by AMM.
Her by AMM.
Yes.
And then you can find the his and hers.
Yes.
Barbershop and beauty studio right
Yes.
on Main Street in Leominster.
Yes.
Right across the street from the Main Street Cafe and Gift.
Yes, it is.
Which is really nice.
Beautiful place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, we got all our flags for Heritage Park from the Main Street Flag and Gift
It's a great store.
shop
Yeah.
there. It looks really nice downtown if you haven't seen the new flags.
Nice.
Okay, so did we cover everything? Is there anything we want to add?
I think we
think we
covered
did.
everything.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Christian.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Amanda for
Thank
coming
you.
on. And thank you so much for hosting this community event and putting it on and really bringing vibrancy to our community.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank
Absolutely.
you for having
Thank you.
us.
All right, we'll see you Sunday, May 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Green Street Park. There'll be lots of stuff for the kids and for the adults and for everyone. All right. And this is the last segment of the show, but how about we just pull up the child identification picture, and I can just quickly talk about that myself. Can we pull that up on the screen in the last 2 minutes of the show? Yeah, can we just pull that up on main screen? So, the 6th annual Fitchburg Child Safety Day. This is happening at the Fitchburg Fire Department on 33 North Street, Saturday, May 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The firefighters pull out all the fire trucks. They do the child identification program, which helps you to, they do like fingerprints, and they do pictures for the child just in case of an emergency, and they give you all that information. None of that information is saved. They have all kinds of events for the kids and giveaways, and you can see the fire trucks, and it's a functional and a fun day at the 6th Annual Fitchburg Child Safety Day. And the Fitchburg Police Department and the Fitchburg Fire Department will be there as well. It's sponsored by the Charles W. Moore Lodge. All right? And that is our show, Discussing Fitchburg Now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned a lot about what's happening in Fitchburg. We will see you next time.